Well, the Compass Center actually started in 1976, so I guess that'd be 38 years now that it's been in the Sioux Falls community. And when it did start, it started about the same time that Children's Inn started, which a lot of people are familiar with, which is the shelter for women and children with domestic violence. And there was a group of women that saw a need for an agency that really focused on rape and sexual assault in the community. So when it was first founded, the name was Citizens Against Rape. And then in the mid-80s, 1985, the name changed to Rape and Domestic Abuse Center. And then just a few years ago, in 2009, the name changed to the Compass Center. And even over all of those years, the services have basically stayed the same. We've added new services when the community's developed and changed depending on the needs, but it's basically still a rape and domestic abuse center for Sioux Falls. We provide a variety of services, and the bulk of them really are what we call our victim services. When I speak of victims, we work with certain populations of victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, and human trafficking. And as I mentioned, it could be men or women, and it could be children as young as 3 years of age and on up to adults we've worked with individuals in their 80s and above. And so we work with all victims. And what we provide to these victims, since we're not a shelter, is we provide counseling. I have 4 licensed and master level counselors who specialize in these types of trauma. And so they work on the one-on-one counseling that is afforded free for victims. And when I list up all the victim services, they're all completely free. Our philosophy as an agency is that these victims have already been through trauma or been victimized, and so we don't want to put anything additional on their plate. So we don't even ask them, income, insurance, Medicaid, Medicare. There's no cost whatsoever for all of our services. So we provide the one-on-one counseling for free. We provide a full-time advocate, and she works in the protection order courts here in Minnehaha in Lincoln County. She'll help write protection orders for individuals. If an individual chooses to stay in a relationship after experiencing violence, we will work with them what's called safety planning on what they need to do to keep themselves safe if they choose to stay in that relationship. We provide advocates at court every Tuesday here in Minnehaha County and as needed in Lincoln County as well. And we're actually the agency that's kind of found a niche within the community, and we're looked at as the local experts of sexual assault, because our team, which is the staff and about a dozen volunteers, we provide the 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week response to any sexual assault that happens in our community. And most of the time that's at one of our local emergency rooms, either Sanford or Avera. And we get that phone call, whether it's in the middle of the night or on a Saturday morning or Tuesday afternoon or a holiday. We go out and are the advocate for that victim when they're in the emergency room, when that process has begun for them. And what's nice about that is that we as advocates can stay with that victim throughout the entire process. If they need to go meet with law enforcement, we can be there with them. If they need to go meet with the state's attorney's office and prosecution, we can go meet with them. So we can be their advocate through the entire process as well. We also provide family advocacy over at Child's Voice, which is on the campus of Sanford Health. And Child's Voice is a child advocacy center where children are brought in who have alleged sexual or physical abuse. And what's done at Child's Voice is the medical examination of the child, a forensic interview or questioning of the child, and then we provide the advocacy for the parents, the non-offending caregivers who have brought the child there to have that done. And if any parent out there understands what that may feel like, not knowing what's happened to your child but suspected abuse, and you kind of feel that your world unraveling a little bit at that moment, we're there to provide that support for them. Because when they leave Child's Voice, they still need to be a parent to that child and still need to keep their life together and keep things moving forward. And we try to give them the tools and the expertise in order to do that once they leave Child's Voice. So those are some of the free services that we offer here in the community. Just give us a call. We have lots of volunteer opportunities at the Compass Center. We do have a board of directors, so we're looking for individuals who want to volunteer in that capacity and do oversight of our mission and our objectives and our services. So we have a few board positions that we're always looking at filling for somebody who's interested. Our 24/7 rape crisis response team is right now made up of 8 staff members and about a dozen volunteers, because we do provide that on-call service 24 hours a day, and we're always looking for individuals who have a passion to give back to victims in that type of situation. We do provide ample training. They go through 16 hours of training. They shadow with a current advocate, They take a second on-call and then a first on-call shift. So we definitely provide them the training if they're looking at volunteering to be a victim advocate. We also have volunteers who participate in our court watchers in protection order court here every Tuesday in Minnehaha County. They help us document like the dispositions of each case. So we look at trends. We look at trends of what are the judges looking for, and what are they seeing as far as the trends in domestic violence and stalking cases in Sioux Falls. So we have volunteers in court every Tuesday to help us document and those dispositions of every case. And then we're always looking for office volunteers. If there's a mailing to go out, if they want to help clean or sanitize the toys in the play therapy room, if they just want to help stock shelves and rearrange clothing that we take to the hospitals for rape victims, all those opportunities are available, so they just need to contact us. They can contact either by giving us a call. Our phone number here is 339-0116. We also have a website, which is www.thecompasscenter.org, which is pretty easy to remember as well. They certainly can email me directly, Patty with a Y, at thecompasscenter.org, or stop down to our office. We always have walk-ins, so everybody's welcome to walk in and volunteer or sign up to volunteer. And our office is located at 1800 West 12th Street, which is right on the corner of 12th and Western here in Sioux Falls.